What is the coolest thing I can take to a party to improve the night? A breathalyzer. It's actually quite entertaining. I've played the game where the lowest score has to take a shot. Plus you also know who shouldn't drive. Edit. Whoa gold. Thanks so much drink on fellow redditor haha. I have hand cranked blender that is always a hit. People are blown away by the concept and they all want to try. So I put them to work making us delicious margaritas. When I'm traveling I tell them we don't have electricity in a lot of Canada. So lots of appliances are hand powered. They eat it up. Absolutely anything besides a guitar. Via Todd Glass. If you're going later to a party, stop by McDonald's and grab like 20 cheeseburgers. Everybody's been drinking a while. So when you show up with those delicious grease balls, you'll be a goddamned hero. Lollipops. Someone asks for a cigarette. Whip out a complimentary lollipop. Ask a girl if she needs something to suck on. And moments before the drink hits your face, gracefully present the lollipop. Somebody tries to pick a fight with you. Neutralize the threat with lollipop diplomacy. Find a set of tiny drums. Lolly rock. And if the night sucks, at least you have a lollipop. Edit. Thanks for the lollipop. My dad once brought one of those infrared laser looking thermometers and had a hottest ass contest. Seemed to be a hit. If it's a pool party, a greased watermelon. 30 clowns and some orange soda. I have a buddy who fills his mirrored medicine cabinet with 100 glass marbles before every party or get together he has. When someone in the bathroom gets all snoopy, marbles released onto bathroom tile dart very loud and bouncy. Then we just wait for the beet red face to emerge from bathroom. Good times. If it's at night, sparklers. People lose their it over M. One of those inflatable remote controlled sharks, a pie, and a box of Nerf guns. Whoever shoots down the shark gets the pie. Bring some courtesy, and by that, I mean stay behind and help people clean up. The host will remember it, and people will remember you for being a stand-up guy gal. Definitely an acoustic guitar so you can wow them with your cover of Wonderwall. When I was in high school my mom would always give me a pineapple to take to parties with me. I still don't really know why, but they were always a huge hit. Anybody showing up with more beer, snacks, or weed is more than welcome by the host. In this hypothetical situation, me, and generally received quite well by the guests too. Pass the pigs. Double leaning jowler. A pack of cards often goes down well. People always forget the ping pong balls and there are always people down to play BP. Sugar and a dildo. And just see what the duck happens when those two are placed out on the table. I once made a bunch of super strong jello shots and passed them out at a party. Everyone loved them and I was the coolest girl there. At least I think I was. I could have just been really drunk. A knife. So you can cut the strings off of any and all guitars before some douche starts to play Wonderwall. Taco 12 pack. Those commercials don't lie. If you walk into a party at the right time, with a Taco 12 pack, you're a ducking hero. The ability to make an easy but delicious cocktail mix a drink. Girls love girly drinks. And well guys do too. They are just too manly to admit it. Edit. Thanks guys for making this my top comment. Made my day. A goat. Totally serious. Cards Against Humanity. That game can make the most boring party wicked fun. Miracle Fruit. Makes everything taste crazy. I can tell you what not to bring to a party. Clowns. People hate clowns. I mean some green always helps the party. The Knockout. Half beer bong. Half gravity bong. It looks awesome. I brought a sheet cake to a party once. I didn't know anyone there and I was a bit nervous. I wrote Cake Mother Ducker on the cake and icing. It was the hit of the party and I met so many people. I was known as Cake Mother Ducker by people for a long time after. Years ago when Dubai was still president, I bought one of those cardboard cutouts of him and took him everywhere. Getting ducked up and taking pictures with the president was awesome and many fun times were had. 3-layer taco dip. Ingredients: 1 container sour cream, 1 container of cream cheese, or those square packages they come in, 1 package taco seasoning, 1 jar of salsa. I usually buy the jumbo size because salsa, 1 bag of pre-shredded Tex-Mex cheese, 1-3 bags of tortilla chips. Directions: in a pan, bowl, whatever holding implement you want to use, mix the cream cheese, leave it out at room temperature, sour cream and taco seasoning, spread evenly on bottom, pour the salsa on top of the sour cream cheese mix. Be generous. People love salsa. Spread it evenly on top of the entire mix. Dump a happy helping of shredded cheese. Then add some more to ensure the party people will not riot due to lack of cheese. Put in fridge and leave for about an hour, just to make it cold and harden a bit. Take your tortilla chips, dip them in the layered dip, put entire thing in your mouth. Own an absolute ecstasy. I bring this dip to every party drinking lazy fest I attend. It wins every time. Why? Because it's amazing. And salsa. People love that it. I sometimes bring a revolver Nerf gun to parties with 1 dart in it, spin the chamber, and play Russian roulette. Whoever gets hit by the dart has to take a shot. Since this post is now up to 5,000 plus comments with the top ones being mostly meh for my party people, I feel obliged to share something I learned from the mom of my friend, which is how they partied back in the who the heck knows when. But I can testify to its efficacy. Have used it to turn fun parties into great parties. Without further ado, Liddy's rules for a successful party. 1. Have a few too many people. 2. A little bit too little light. 3. Have the heat on a little bit too much. If it gets cold, people will get tired and might leave. 4. Turn the music up a little bit too loud, so people have to lean in to hear each other. So simple. So elegant in its application, and that night in Tenerife was never the same. I hope Reddit finds it as useful as I have. Try it and report back. Equals. A winning personality. If you don't have one of those, a winning playlist. Beer bong, case of beer, and a camera. Even if you suck at it, challenge women to race you. Win-win. A banana. Always take a banana to a party. A stump, a hammer, and a shitload of nails. Duct tape turns a regular night of drinking cans of beer into a great game of wizards with your empties. Tape each new can on top of the one you just finished. Drink from the can on top as your staff gets longer and longer. Haha. Tallest staff equals eldest wizard and you can make rules. D staff innuendo is an added bonus. Check out dollar stores, cheap, Staples and Home Depot, fancy novelty. For duct tape. If you're a guy, your girlfriend and a bunch of her girlfriends show up with 240s duct tape to your hands. A tank and some balloons. Turn up. A story. I know this sounds weird, but my father always told me to never go to a party without some big story to whip out in case the night turns boring. A watermelon. It acts both as food and water. A gun. Nobody's moving? A gun will get them moving. DJ won't play your favorite song? A gun will make him play your favorite song. That girl you like won't dance with you? A gun will make her dance with you. Won't dance yourself? A gun will make you dance. Guy at the gun store won't give you a gun? A gun will make him give you a gun. You see that? Substantially better. Kodak disposable cameras are fun to bring. This past Friday's party, guests in attendance brought a bottle of 12-year Jameson to share, weed, illegal fireworks from out of state, sleeping bags, and assorted firearms to target shoot with the next morning. I awoke Saturday in the back of my truck cradling a 2-liter of soda. Parties in the country are fun. Glow sticks. You are never too old for glow sticks. Everyone likes glow sticks. Admit it. Did this once. Totally worth it. Everyone usually loves it. Go buy a cheap cooler. Buy a bunch of fruit. That is strawberries, grapes, pineapple, watermelon, etc. Cut up into decent sized pieces. Go buy about 2 or 3 26s, quarts of rum, and don't be afraid to mix it up like some Malibu and it. Pour that it in the cooler with the fruit. Buy fruit juice, literally any ducking flavor, and add to the mix. Let sit for about 24 hours prior to party. End result, amazing tasting punch and fruit infused with liquor. Profit. A fedora. People will think you are interesting and cultured and everyone will want to start a conversation with you. What party? Wedding party, kids party, 25 years old party, school party, work party, funeral party? A gnome filled with ecstasy. I was at a party recently where a girl brought a variety of fairly high quality fake mustaches. The ladies had a lot of fun using them and the ensuing pics were hilarious. How about water? No one is saying water. Source: professional drunker. If it's late in the night when you arrive, and you know there is enough booze, don't bring more booze. Bring 200 chicken nuggets. A flabongo, a beer funnel made from a lawn flamingo. If it's your average youngster's party, i.e. beer and shots and no class, I have always had success bringing all the ingredients for a fancy cocktail and making them there. Show up with a mysterious bag and some ice, my own muddling stick and cocktail shaker, and bam, mojitos, and oohs and ahs, all around. Also gives me something to do, not so great in social situations, and a good one breaker if I don't know many people. Have a few signature cocktails in mind for different times of the year and you can always be the beloved party guest. Edit, not snooty fancy, which would probably come off as pretentious, but something more than whiskey and coke that people don't normally get, but isn't that tough to make, like a mojito, or mint julep as mentioned below by fellow brilliant redditor. Lap swords. My brother had a bunch of mates over for a couple of beers for his birthday at my house a few months back and they were all sitting around in the backyard at night in a circle in plastic lawn chairs, drinking. I walk over and drop 3 LARP swords in the center of the circle of chairs. I'm just going to leave these here, I say. I turn and walk away. I take maybe 5 steps before I hear the lawn chairs splintering and people battle cries and screaming in pain. LARP swords turn any night into a Lord of the Rings battle scene. Guaranteed. Short glasses in 2 colors and a checkerboard. You jump it. They drink it. King me. They chug a beer. Note, do not do this with Chinese checkers. You'll die. I don't smoke, but used to carry a courtesy pack at parties. Blue minds. Take a Fisher-Price phone. Ask strangers with a serious face if it is their phone and say you found it in the bathroom. A game of apples to apples or a bunch of hippity hops. Nothing like drunken bouncy balls to make everyone fall over laughing. I have a go bag for parties. In it, I keep a deck of cards, a laser pointer, a harmonica, a hacky sack, a Polaroid camera, a yo-yo, some other toys, 20 condoms, and a ton of weed. How about a bunch of ping pong balls and a large sheet of cardboard? Clear out the medicine cabinet in the bathroom and load it up with the ping pong balls using the cardboard to keep them in place before closing the cabinet door. Wait to hear who the nosy ducker that looks in the medicine cabinet when in the bathroom. Sugar. Sugar. Sugar? No. Yes. Sugar. What is sugar? Because sugar is sugar. I don't know the correct answer to your sugar but I think it might be sugar. Hopefully that was some help. I brought a bushel of organically grown sweet peas to a high school party. Still in the pods. I picked them in our garden before I left for the party, with my mom's permission. Everybody freaked. Most of them had never shelled their own peas. I had to give an impromptu class. I went from being a nerdy geek to an awesome hippie kid in one event. Almost got laid. But her dad showed up to pick her up, and there was much awkwardness. Bring food you made or grew, not just a bag of chips and a 6-pack. I improved my buddy's party by cooking. I just brought in a duck ton of taco stuff and started making tacos while drinking beer. It was a great time, and it only takes like 10 minutes to cook for a large group of people if you know what you're doing. It's also not too expensive. Leave the horse head mask at home. A midget. About 2 kilos of sugar, a revolver with 1 bullet, and a bunch of blindfolds. I would say most parties are lacking in support, so I would take a few healing potions, Maybe a ranged weapon, like a bow, just to be safe. Cards Against Humanity is always a hit, easy to transport, and a great way to find out who is the most twisted of the group. It's usually the quiet ones. I suck at parties, so the rare times I'm invited to one, I ask if I can bring my hookah. A lot of people like to smoke hookah, or are intrigued and want to try it, so I get to look a little impressive making the bowls and setting it up. And it's basically an easy excuse to get people to come to me and start talking about something I know a lot about already. Glow sticks. Not the kind that are little tubes, but the kind that you connect together and make bracelets, necklaces, giant loops. You can get a tube with a few hundred in there for pretty cheap. Bring food. Hosting a party is expensive. Bringing a cookie platter or a few bags of chips is always appreciated. You're the hero when hunger strikes. A hair clip. I was with my friend and her sister's friends at a festival this weekend. They invented this new drinking game which was just the funniest thing. You have one of those grabby hair clips. You clip it onto someone, without them knowing, and start counting down from 10. If the person finds the clip before 10 seconds, whoever clipped it on has to drink. If they don't find it, they have to drink. It could happen at any time, and watching someone frantically grabbing at themselves to find this clip while everyone counts from 10 is one of the funniest things I've witnessed to date. Fireworks. I'm talking big boys. Disposable cameras. My prom party, I bought 5 of them and left them around the house. The next day took them to get them developed, and it was the funniest hit ever.